Hello and welcome everyone. So in today's video, I will be swatching all of my Nude and MLBB lipsticks for you. If you're new here, I make content for medium to tan warm olive skin tones. I will be listing all of my complexion products in the description below, so you can have a quick look and see if you're a close complexion match to me and if this video is really useful for you. I will be featuring a range of pinks, browns and peachy lipsticks and a few more berry tone shades that I feel match my lips a lot but are slightly deeper and just give my face a fresh pop of color. Alright, so let's get started. So before I start swatching, this is what my bare lips look like. So my natural lips are a pinky mauve color. I do have some pigmentation, especially around the sides of the lower lip, and my upper lip is slightly deeper than the lower lip. This is usually the case for anyone who has a medium or darker complexion. So this really affects how the lipstick shows up on your lips versus how it looks in the tube. So this is something I want you to keep in mind when I start swatching my lipsticks, because these may not look the same as they would on someone with a lighter complexion or someone with no pigmentation in their lips. Another thing is that I'm shooting in natural light so that you can really see the true color of the lipstick versus what it would look like in studio lighting. Alright, so now let's really get started. So I'm going to begin with the most affordable one in my stash. This is the Maybelline Ultimatte lipstick in more Taupe. This is a beautiful peachy brown that really lights up my face, and it's one of my most worn everyday nude lipsticks. I'm going to swatch it for you now. This is what it looks like. I have finished already like more than half of it. So it's a slim tube and it's really easy to apply. It's a creamy formula. I don't find it drying either. Alright, now let's swatch. Do you see that? Now for the full lip. This is the Maybelline Ultimatte in more Taupe. So the next one is the MAC matte formula in the shade Taupe. Now they've updated this formula, so it's become slightly lighter and more orangish from what I've heard, but this is what the original color looks like. This is the MAC matte lipstick in Taupe. So next I have this mini lipstick from Estee Lauder. This is their Pure Color Envy lipstick Rouge in the shade Intense Nude. So this too is a beautiful color. It's one of their more popular shades. I do also have a Rebellious Rose, but that's not really a nude for me. And yeah. Alright, so let's swatch. This is Intense Nude by Estee Lauder. Now this looks kind of brown in the tube, but on my lips it translates to a very typical pink, and that's color theory for you. Next we have the McGrath Satinallure lipstick in the shade In the Flesh. Now this is pretty much the exact same shade as my lips. It's an ashy mauvey pink brown color. And let's swatch. So here we go. This is McGrath Satinallure in the Flesh. So next up, this is one of my favorites. It's the Lancome L'Absolu Rouge lipstick in the Drama Matte formula, and the shade is called French Drama 200. So This is the color. And now for the swatch. Such a pretty color. I absolutely adore it. This is French Drama from Lancome. So I know that I kind of strayed into MLBB category just there, but coming back to nudes, I'm going to swatch the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I know that this is so popular and people of my complexion or darker prefer the Pillow Talk medium, which I will also be swatching after this. But I did buy this before, you know, with all the hype going on, and I have figured out a way to make this work for me. I'm just going to show this to you without any lip liner. It washes me out definitely, but here we go. This is the color. A quick swipe for you so you can see. Now you can already see that it's too light for me. So instead, what I do is I use a cool brown lip liner, which helps really tone down the edges, and then it looks super nice. Let me show you. So here we have MAC Cork. I'm just going to quickly line my lips with this. I'm going to use Pillow Talk now that I'm done lining. Just really blend it in. And then finally, I pat it in with my fingers so that it looks well blended. So this is the final look. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk with a cool brown lip liner. So next up, as promised, we have Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium. Now this is the nude for people of my complexion, or so they say. I haven't used it yet, it's my first time, so let's go. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Alright, let me quickly do a full lip. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium. I just zoomed in the camera a little bit. I hope that's fine. So next up we have Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Supermodel. So Charlotte released a whole series of nude lipsticks, and there were two that I picked up. But the first one was Charlotte Tilbury Supermodel and the next one was Super Fabulous. So that's what I'll be swatching next. Now this is a beautiful dusty pink. I would say it's a tad lighter than the Pillow Talk medium, and well, it's definitely deeper than the Pillow Talk. This suits my complexion as the perfect dusty pink lipstick. Alright, so let's swatch. Do you see that? Let's do a full lip quickly. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Supermodel. Next we have the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Super Fabulous. This is a more brown pink as compared to the previous one, which is more of a pinky brown. And this is the color. You can see that it's much more brown. So that's what it looks like. Let's do a quick full swatch. I don't know, these lipsticks are so creamy and so comfortable to wear. It is genuinely my favorite formula out there. It's just so easy to wear. This is Charlotte Tilbury Super Fabulous. So next I've got Mrs. Kisses. Now this is also one of my favorite pinky nudes. Look at that. And here we go. This is Charlotte Tilbury Mrs. Kisses. So next up we've got Glowing Gen. A moment to appreciate the beautiful packaging. Alright, so this is one of Charlotte's satin formulas, so it's glowy and well shiny rather than the matte ones. I much prefer the matte formulas over the satins, but this color is just so pretty and it's perfect for summer looks if you're going for a glowy, no makeup kind of look. This is Glowing Gen by Charlotte Tilbury. So next I have a beautiful peachy brown for you. This is called Slow Ride from NARS. It's Power Matte Lip Pigment. Yeah, Power Matte Lip Pigment. So I've already done a shorts video on this because I just love this. The pigment is so lightweight and just look at this. So it applies like a satin lipstick and then it dries down and it doesn't budge. I'm going to quickly apply it. So I'm going to say this is a true brown rather than a peachy brown, but this is what it looks like. This is NARS Slow Ride. I do not find this drying. It's something I just want to put out there. So next up we have a true peachy brown lipstick. This is Peach Amber by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's her Lip Velvet lipstick formula. And this is so pretty, guys. It's really difficult for someone with my complexion to find the right peach lipstick that doesn't really wash you out and also applies peach on the lips. And well, this is it. Alright. So this is what it looks like. And here's the first swipe. Look at that. So this is Peach Amber by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now you see that because my lips are pigmented, it does show up a little lighter than it does in the tube. And to avoid looking washed out, what I do is use a peachy brown lip liner. I've got the one from Anastasia called Parchment, and I just lightly apply it to kind of mute down the brightness of this, and then it just looks stunning. So now we're nearing the end, and thank God because my lips are crying for mercy. I will now be swatching 3 shades of MLBBs that I have. The first one being Mi Kiss by Charlotte Tilbury. Now I know this is more like a berry shade, but on my lips, it's more of an everyday kind of lipstick. It's not too bold or too bright. It's a very muted berry. And I consider this an MLBB. Oh, I've already finished most of it. And this is Mi Kiss by Charlotte Tilbury. I adore this lipstick and I wear it almost every day if I'm just going out for errands or even just for a casual look. Next up, and this is an absolute favorite, is the NARS Power Matte High Intensity Lip Pencil in the shade Valkyrie. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It is a mauvey berry muted with brown. It's just perfect. And alright, now for the whole lips. This is NARS Valkyrie. Finally, we have the Clinique Black Honey. Now, I don't know if this is an MLBB for me specifically, but the idea of this lipstick is that it's supposed to be an lip enhancing MLBB for everyone. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on my lips. Here's what it's like in the tube. Alright, let's just, yeah. So it just slightly enhances your lip color by adding a bit of berry reddish tones to it. And let's do the top lip now. This is Clinique Black Honey. I do like what this looks like on my lips when it's initially applied, but after a while it starts getting settled into my creases and it's not really pretty. Plus it's also drying after 2 hours or so. So it does look pretty, but I don't know if it's worth it. So that was the end of all of my Nude and MLBB lipstick swatches. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helps some of you. Thank you for being here, and I hope to bring you more useful content for medium to tan warm olive skin in the future. Until next time, bye!